We are in the last week of October, and so I want to ask you, what is the scariest game that you have ever played? Because there are a lot of horror-themed games out there that I really enjoy and like as a horror game, but they don't really scare me. I'm not scared by too many things, but I do have two big exceptions. Because my number one pick is Resident Evil 7 Biohazard, but with the caveat that I've only ever played it in VR. And let me just tell you, this man chasing you down the halls in VR is some of the scariest things that's ever happened to me in a video game. In fact, all of Resident Evil 7 in VR is a top tier terror experience. And I don't know how scary the game is outside of VR. It's the only way I've played it, and I don't really intend on playing it any other way because I want to remember the game always like that. But there are so many things about it that's just like, oh, that's scary. I feel like VR in general just gives things an unfair advantage when it comes to horror. Resident Evil 8, also super scary. There's probably other horror games I haven't checked out that are terrifying in VR. But if we're talking non-VR horror games, it's Resident Evil 2 by a country mile for me because of Mr. X. Mr. X hunting you through those hallways is so scary. Opening a door and just see him standing there screaming every single time. Hearing those footsteps and not knowing where he's coming from, complete dread. The most scared I've ever been in a horror game. There's a lot of other horror games I really love. I just played the remake Silent Hill 2. We got Dead Space. We got The Evil Within. We got Resident Evil 4. I love all of those. I didn't find them all that scary, especially compared to the other two things I just mentioned. But what do you think? Let me know in the comments below. And if you haven't already, give me a follow.